What is up, my lovely people in BluCranium land? So for today's illustration, guys, I'm going to be drawing y'all something on the lines of real estate. And I think I've said it probably in my, I don't know how many videos back, that I wanted to try and experiment drawing my skeleton creatures in like different room settings. So this one is going to be an imaginary barista. That's actually what I was going to be calling it at first, and the BluCranium barista. But then when I looked up Google and I typed in the word barista, it only meant coffee drinks. So I was like, maybe I need to research the name. So after looking it up some further, I decided on calling it the BluCranium Cafe, or cafe. And what I wanted to show in this piece is, just a couple of skeletons just having fun, sitting at their very fun cafe, enjoying a sandwich, and just talking to the people that might be passing by. And as you'll notice, the cafe is by no means real estate or code ready by any means, because it's just a double-storied structure, and there's absolutely zero room for anybody to come and actually chillax or relax at the place, or draw any art or get anything. But as I said, it's just going to be something that I do for fun. And if y'all have been following my channel for a little while now, you'll know that the thing that is consistent in all my drawings is obviously the skulls and the skeletons. But another thing, I don't know, maybe y'all may have noticed this, is I love drawing different things when it comes to, obviously with the skeleton art, it has to be infused somehow in the art. But drawing real estate or buildings, rooms, and all is always something that I always wanted to experiment and draw as time went by. So here you can see, as I draw my skull, always try to give them that goofy look, which has got like the buck teeth kind of coming out of your mouth and kind of going like that. And my daughter always asks me why I did that, and the reason behind that is just to make it look as goofy as possible, and just to create the vibe that they're having a good time, because if you're having a good time, you don't have a serious face on. So that's what I wanted to show in the illustration. When I was drawing the skeleton, I really had no thought process as to what I wanted to draw him or illustrate him doing. So I figured, since it was going to be a cafe or barista, what you call it, kind of drew him holding a sandwich. And sandwich is a very haphazard looking sandwich. And then I drew this security camera kind of focused in on him, almost to show as if he's kind of like, hey, I'm stealing this sandwich, but you can still get a glimpse of me. And then for this coffee sign, I just did the coffee word, obviously, and kind of wanted to give it a textured, weathered look, kind of that this is an old sign. So I kind of hand wrote all these letters, and then just used the eraser to give it that textured feel. That's another fun thing I like doing, is I don't really record videos of this, but I like trying different typography and experimenting to see how I can make it look interesting, So if that's something you guys would like to see, let me know, because I don't really record a whole lot, but I kind of do it off camera. And here's what I did with the eraser to give it that nice textured look, so it kind of looks like the coffee sign has been aged a little bit. But what was I gonna say? Yes, here is the final piece, or the final line art. As you can see, the skeleton holding the coffee drink in the top, the little fellow at the bottom holding the sandwich, leaves coming off, and just to create the storyline. For the color, I wanted to try something nice and bright, so I chose these blues. And I'm sure if you guys that watch art videos, y'all probably are familiar with the artist that is called Ken100. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, he uses this kind of a blue or a teal in most of his illustrations. And I kind of like this particular color because there's a whole lot of rendering you can do when it comes to the shadows and the lights. As I continued to color the piece, I wanted to stick with the limited color palette, so I just chose a darker shade of the teal. And I don't really know what color this is exactly called, but if you go to the color wheel and then you just go to the darker section, and voila, you have that color. And for the signs that I have up, I wanted to choose kind of like a brown, more like a wood tone, kind of like an oak wood kind of color. And that's what I settled on. And thought that kind of look, it almost looks like the color of tea, chai. And I was like, it goes nice with the blue. And then for the little pavement kind of section that the thing sits on, or the cafe sits on, I kind of wanted to give it like this nice cement kind of a look. And I don't remember what I chose for the colors of the things. Oh well, I'm guessing you guys will see it. And green for the leaves, obviously. But yeah, I just wanted to keep it as close to a limited color palette, and just experiment and see if it would look as vibrant at the very end. And the skeleton, instead of using a white, I chose to use this beige color, so it kind of has like a little bit of a contrast and not just keep it white. And what else? But yeah, choosing the colors is definitely a fun part, because there's so much you have to think about when you're choosing the colors, so that way it doesn't kind of like all blend right in. And then let's see, what did I do for the sandwich? I think I colored the sandwich green, if I'm not mistaken, for the wrapper. Maybe? I guess we'll find out. And then this is the antenna, or the Wi-Fi signal for the place. And I kind of thought I should have put a laptop or some sort of a phone to show why these antennas are there in the first place, but then I was like, if the building is not up to code, what makes you think these antennas are up to code as well? So I was like, you know what, maybe it's a good thing there's no laptop or phone that I drew in the illustration. But yeah, as I said, when I create these illustrations, there's really no thought process. I just do what's in my mind at the time and see how it turns out. And I think the inspiration behind this is definitely got to be just browsing through Pinterest and looking at different architectural drawings and pictures of different places, and combining all of that together to make something unique. But yeah, drawing these as I said, these rooms and making it like these fun fantasy looking things that make no sense, I think really gets me excited to create each room. Not really excited, but kind of more on the always curious as to what the room's gonna end like. For this part of the window that you can see right now, I kind of felt that it looked too plain as I was drawing this. I was like, it has to have some sort of what do you call it, room-like feel. So you'll see in the very end, I kind of drew that stuff. No, I think I drew it off camera because I didn't want to record just that part, but kind of gave the room a roomy feel, kind of like, with a wall and like little shelves and all that, so it kind of just doesn't look like it's just a window. Sorry for that cough. That's another thing that's been irritating me, is this damn annoying little cough that I have, or this disturbance or irritating feeling in my throat. Just when I'm about to hit the record button, my cough is like, don't hit record, it's time to cough. Gosh, sometimes you wish you had a reset button for your body where you could just hit reset and then everything would set back to normal, but unfortunately it doesn't work that way. But yeah. So for this part, I kind of wanted to give a textured look for the wooden part and just play around with the shadows and highlights. I don't know if I did a whole lot of highlights in this piece because it would kind of take a little bit long. But this is the first of all the illustration the first illustration that I'm doing right now, and there'll be another one to follow after this. And I don't know what's gonna be yet, but you guys will see it. But here we go. This is the final piece, guys. So let me know what y'all think, and if y'all had fun drawing or enjoying me ramble on, and if y'all draw something similar, tag me on Instagram. Till the next time, guys, keep creating, keep drawing. See you down the road. Bye for now.